Okay, new video time, which means we have a new car to work on. This time it's a very, very, very tidy 323 that just needs a little bit of help running right. All right, let's get into it. So having a look at this thing now, it is running a little bit rough. I believe that was purchased from Hastings not that long ago, and on its drive home, started to run a little bit crap and has ever since. So we are going to check the fueling system. We're going to check the ignition system, and I believe the engine's all good. That's a Stu Lawton built 13B extend port, I believe, and it's only got about 1600 Ks on the clock. So fuel, spark. What else do we need to look at? This thing is very, very tidy. Really, really nice. So this was dropped off to me last night, so I don't think it's going to be a major to get it sorted, but we'll start it up, we'll have a listen to it, and Karu seats, so cool. And we'll sort that out and probably jack it up and go from there. Okay, so what I have done is I've checked TDC by checking through the inspection plate on the flywheel where the counterweight is. Now it should be sitting on TDC, so we can time it, we can check that. I've taken the IDA filter off because I want to check down the thing to see if the bowl, well, to see if the float's working and it's not flooding over. And what else have I done? That's about it. We do need to check fuel pressure. So I believe personally that the fuel filter is blocked. It's causing a few issues, but we are going to check everything just to make sure. Better to be safe than sorry, and just I don't really want to chase tails, so check everything. So I'll fire it up now and we'll have a look. As you can tell, it's idling really low, but even when you try and lift it, it doesn't sound so great. But we'll start doing all the checks now. So just looking down these fuel bowls, the fuel's not flooding over, so the needle valve and the float should be all right. Where else are we? We'll check for timing. You can't really tell, but it's about 20 degrees advanced at the moment, so I'm just tweak the distributor a little bit, but that's all amazing. Now, fuel pressure. Can't actually read that, but we'll see what that says. I'll look back on the footage. So after looking closely at the timing, I adjusted the distributor all the way around and we're still a little bit off on the timing. So I believe the distributor is probably one tooth out. So I'll quickly set it back to TDC, pull the dizzy, spin it, sit it back in there and see if that changes anything. Might lift that idle up. I will check the fuel filter, but I'll take care of all this first. So that's sounding a little bit better. I've turned the idle up and I've played with the air mixture screw a touch. Let's check this timing. That's its happy place on timing. So probably got the revs a little bit too high. I'll see what it's revving at now. Dialing at about 1500, which is probably a touch high. I'll turn it down a little bit and we'll probably take it for a quick drive. gas station. It's definitely got a mist in it. I don't know what it is, but when you open it up, it's quite responsive. So yeah, we'll look further into it soon. I'll take it for a quick finger around the block and then I'll get it home. It is idling a touch too high. It's just sitting at 1800 at the moment, but everything else, it's got good oil pressure. It's got good oil pressure. Yeah, I don't know. Something small. Okay, car's back in the garage now. I'll probably took it for about 15-20 minute drive, and one thing I did notice is down low it started to get quite jerky on it. And another thing, I come up to an intersection and I went and put my foot on the brake and the brake dropped. So that's vacuum to that thing. Why can't I remember what it's called right now? That thing. Anyway, so the vacuum run to that tells me there is a vacuum leak, but when I first started the drive, it was really quite good. So I'm thinking that when it gets warmed up, it starts to move, starts to expand, and I think there's a vacuum leak in that manifold. Now, under closer inspection, you can see where fuel has actually come out of the bottom of the IDA and actually dripped onto the manifold. Down, you can't really see it, but it's on that runner there and on the back one. So what I'm thinking is that IDA needs to come off, be resealed. I don't know if the intake manifold needs to come off, but we'll have a look. So I'll go ahead and I'll jack this up, wait for it to cool down, and I'll probably start pulling that off. I am going to change the fuel filter. Pretty sure I said that before, but I will change the fuel filter also. But besides that, she seems all right. Okay, so IDA is off, and at first glance, these gaskets seem pretty good. So I was half expecting to see a tear or something in them. But what you can see here is, you can see a little bit here. There's fuel that's been coming out through here, and on this runner here, quite a bit all around here. So this is where the vacuum for the brake booster is the word I was looking for earlier. It's coming from this cylinder here, so runner, and all that fuel has been leaking out of there. So I dare say that could be an issue, but what I'll do is I'll reseal all of that and plonk the IDA back on and just go from there. Yeah, hopefully that's the problem. Okay, it's the next day and we're back to working on this. You just saw that the IDA has been put back on. I have put some silicone there to try and stop those leaks. So I've just been reading up on this now. After speaking with the owner last night, he told me that on an open road, about 20 minutes into the drive, the car will begin to run worse and then it will sputter out and die. Now, we didn't have that last night because, well, we weren't on an open road and we were just putting around town. So I've been reading up on that, and it could look like the igniters on the distributor, they get hot and they start to crap out, which stalls your car out. So we've got some other ones here. I'm going to swap them out and see how that goes and go from there, I guess. Okay, so Dizzy's out, and these here are the igniters. Now, I believe this one here is the trailing, this one here is the leading. But looking at these, they actually look fairly new. So I don't know. I'm going to replace them anyway because something's not right and we're just going to try it. So I'll undo these, have a look at those ones down there and see if it works. Okay, so I've swapped igniters over, distributors back in. I just need to set the timing again, so I'll start it up. Now the problem is the ones I just took off the Dizzy are new and the ones that were in the box are the old ones, but it is possible to get a faulty new one, I guess. But we'll fire it up with the old ones and we'll see how it runs. I'll probably take it for another drive and see if it's any better. But yeah, first off, we'll sort this timing. Okay, so we're going to take this car for another drive. I've got to shoot down the road. It's about 10 minutes away, so we'll take this, see how it goes. And hopefully she's all good. Failing that, best I can do is change the igniters back if these ones are no good. Change them back and keep looking, I guess, but must be moving in the right direction. So far it's running better, but we're only early into our drive, so we'll soon tell, but so far, me. So just come back from a probably 20-minute drive and it didn't miss a beat, so maybe those igniters were stuffed. I'm just going to let it idle for a little bit, see if anything craps out on it, but I think it's good. So small I can get the car in front ways. So yeah, I'm just going to keep an eye on it and then yeah. So I ran the car for a further 10 minutes and nothing wrong with it. So it does sound better than when it arrived. So what have I done? Resealed the IDA, stabbed the dizzy a few times and given it a basic tune, but I'm more than happy with that. The igniters, as I said, I have put the old ones back on. I think maybe one of the new ones were faulty or something like that, but I'm not getting the symptoms that the owner got, so I guess we're okay. Anyway, we'll have a good look at this car and we'll probably call it a video. So since I've just been working on this car, I haven't really had the time to actually have a look around it. Now, this car is, I believe it's immaculate. It still has floor jack in there. That's cool. But the interior is really nice. The whole dashboard is nice and straight. No cracks, even the speaker. Whole thing, there's no cracks in that. But the paint job is, I like it. I really do like it. And sitting on Simmons as well. Now, what I was told, well, by the owner, is that these have been rolled, but you barely tell how they've done it. So it's not a plastic flare or anything like that. It's not molded. They've just rolled the factory wheel arch. There you go. Rolled it, and it actually looks subtle, but really, really nice. So looking inside it, nope, locked. Recaro seats, gotta love them. Got the factory seats in the back, but everything is here, so it's insane. Nice tidy dash. Yeah, really, really cool. So the boot has all its plastics and all its bits and pieces that it needs. How do you open that? Key, don't have it. Yeah, so no, it's good. It's a very tidy car. As I said, the engine was built by Stu Lawton. It's a nice engine. I gave it a few little pulls and it hums really, really nice. Only thing I can probably say that needs to change is that Gilmore needs to go and probably run a twin pulley on it. That will definitely be an advantage to this car. But besides that, she's really, really good. I really like it. So tidy. Anyway, I'm probably going to wrap this video up here. I don't know what the next video will be about. Probably the RX8, which, as you may have noticed, is not here. I've gone and installed that somewhere else. I don't really want to look at it at the moment, but I do need to fix a few things on that, and we need to get it back to the tuner, because I believe with a decent tune in it now, with the coils firing, the car should pull a lot better than it did. I hope. Anyway, it's either that or we're going to plan at bringing the RX-7 back here, which I'm really looking forward to, or there may be another one of these showing up. So we'll see you in the next video. Anyway, thanks for watching.